Swati Kulkarni, who's Senior VP and Fund Manager at UTI AMC, joins us to talk about UTI Top 100 Fund. Swati, good to have you at the show. Thanks very much for taking out the time. First up, really, what's the view on the market? How are you approaching, given that, just over August and September, there's so much that's happened. We actually went down to 5,200, have recovered from those levels considerably. And now there's a big event risk on the policy front, both globally as well as locally. How are you adjusting adjusting your portfolio in lieu of this move?
Yeah, actually, as regards to market, I think we tend to go on the extreme on either side. The investors have become little jittery about, the current macro situations. And the reforms or the steps which are being taken are actually, then we have seen that the investors were surprised for that, and then there was a relief rally or short covering, whatever you may call it. So I think the clear facts is that long-term picture remains quite strong, but the short-term, the macro issues and the global issues that are affecting the risk sentiment as such towards this equity investments plus the emerging market investment as such would play a role in the short term, I feel, and that's why the kind of positioning that we are doing from a fund's point of view is that we are playing little optimistically cautious. I could say that we are looking at stocks which are not so much or which are actually getting a tailwind out of the currency weakness. And also not so much having cyclicality in their earnings. So that is the approach broadly we are following as far as top 100's portfolio is concerned.
Right. In an environment like this, how do you look at managing a portfolio or a fund like the UTI Top 100?
So in that case, what we have done is we have taken a bet on IT sector, for example, pharmaceuticals. Clearly, these are benefited out of currency, and the operational environment is also likely to improve because if you go by the numbers published for economic growth in countries like Europe and in US, the numbers are pretty encouraging, and we think that the operational environment is also likely to improve going forward, and hence we are taking an overweight bet there. Something like cement sector also, we run an overweight position there. The idea is that these sector has a very strong balance sheets and they are not leveraged to that extent, and if the demand returns, especially as the election related spending comes in, you would see the traction in the second half for these companies as such. So that is the broad, portfolio approach that we are following. In terms of certain sectors, we are clearly staying little cautious on these sectors like PSU banking space or metals, for example. So that is the approach that we are following.
Okay, some updates about IDFCs, infra getting a second commitment as well. Swati, the question mark that a lot of investors have on the mind is, it would probably be also from a perspective of investing in a fund, as to, is this the good time to do it, or would there be better times ahead? Because everybody talking about macro being bad, when we are 5,200 people talking about the market going to correct another 10-15%, and we are no longer at 5,200, we are 5,800, 5,900, and not too much has changed. What do you think? What's your view really towards how the market can behave over the next 6 months?
Exactly what. Yeah, that's the point which I was making, that when the market gets into correction mode, there is excess pessimism in the market, and when it goes in an uptrend, there is a lot of expectations around it. So I think for a common investor, it is best to look at it from an asset allocation perspective. They have to have equity as an asset class in the portfolio, but given that they would have liabilities coming up or they would have some needs, they should look at it from a portfolio perspective. So look at the other fixed income securities also. But from a perspective of somebody who is likely to time the market, I think first of all timing is very difficult, and we have discussed this at length. I think the short-term investors could look at then having a portfolio reallocation, maybe at if the indexes run up by, let's say, at 16 times or 17 times forward multiple, if index goes to those levels, then perhaps you could take a profit booking and then look to add back to at around 14 times, 13, 14 times on forward P multiple. Why I'm saying this is that the structurally a lot more things need to be done to really find a medium-term solution for the macro problems that we are struggling with. And as the elections are pending in the next 1 year, we think that these structural corrections would happen over a period of time, and till such time markets might remain range bound. So I would say that disciplined approach for your core investments, and somebody who wants to really time a bit or have that extra alpha, he can apply this P band for taking out profits or entering into the market and committing additional funds at lower end.
Let's just break it down to your sector views, Swati, as part of this fund as well. IT, pharma, consumer names, they have, we've seen a rally there. We've seen how crowded that trade has been, IT particularly in recent times. And then there's the other side of the market which has tried to play catch up, whether it's metals, a bit of the PSU banking space. So how are you approaching these two broad segments where one, there is growth and, slightly defensive nature to macro risks versus the other where the risk is higher?
Yeah, so clearly at this point of time, I'm not looking at metals positively because the rally has happened, but despite of 15 to 30% rally in different names, these stocks are still down about 10 to 40% on a yearly basis. So I think clearly at this point of time, I think perhaps I'm little cautious on this sector as such. But I would rather look at taking some bets on the stocks which have really, as you said, that because of the pessimism in the market, they really came down, like in banking space or in NBFCs, certain NBFCs or two-wheelers, where we could take advantage of the extreme pessimism in these names. And particularly talking about IT, I think right now the currency tailwind is what is supporting the earnings. Now, what bet we are taking is that going ahead, it would start getting reflected into earnings growth and also the revenue growth, because a lot of business is coming up for renegotiation, and we think that is an opportunity for Indian IT sector as such. And pharmaceuticals, of course, there are issues, or it will take about a quarter or two as we move on to a new DPCO regime, and there would be an issue on the domestic sales per se, but companies are likely to benefit out of the export potential that many of them have. Many of the domestic companies today have, very important ANDA pipeline going ahead, which would support the earnings growth, and that is what we like, and that's how we are playing a balanced approach as far as this fund is concerned. And on the FMCG names, we are running a neutral portfolio as far as UTI Top 100 is concerned, because the rural side of the economy seems to be stronger. We have had a good monsoon, and the consumption patterns are likely to remain little sticky as far as the FMCG and consumer goods sector is concerned, and which could give you earnings visibility going forward. And that is the mindset that we are working on.
We'll leave it at that. Swati, thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us and giving us that perspective about your fund and about your view on the markets as well.